Alright, so we've established that you're a badass and you have whacked and stacked a, a bunch of people. You survived the first few seconds. Maybe you take out. Maybe they got a lucky shot off. Maybe you caught one in the thigh. Maybe you caught one in the shoulder. But you've done what you got to do. Now, you got to deal with a wound. What happens then? Now listen, when you get shot, when that projectile leaves the barrel of that firearm, it is sterile. The bullet does not cause infection, but you still have a problem because as it rips through that first layer of clothes, whatever you've got on, even if it's there, you got nothing on. You've got skin. It's got nasty crap on top of your skin. Everybody knows it. We all can just debug all day long. You're still going to have bacteria on your skin, and now all of a sudden it's in your body. Are you ready to start treating those kind of wounds? Are your dogs going apeshit crazy? Do you have a wife that's freaking out now because the loudest thing that she has ever heard in her life just happened in her daggum living room? When all of the dust settles and the blood starts pooling, you've got a lot of damn decisions to make. So let's be honest. You know what? I'm gonna do an end time here. I'm gonna drive a stake, and I'm gonna say some stuff to YouTube, to all of my buddies, friends, whoever. Even if you're just hearing this for the first time, I'll be honest. When you work around fellers that are legitimate badasses, you usually don't hear a lot of big talk. There's not a lot of talk. You do your job. You get her done. Not for love of your country. I don't want to bust anybody's bubble. I love my country. I love the country that I think I know. The one that I'm living in now, I'm not so happy about. But that's not the point. The point is, you're not fighting for this country. You're not fighting for mom. You're not fighting for apple pie. We haven't friggin' fired a shot in anger at one enemy since the Revolution, War 1812, that took place on our soil. We have, and for all y'all in Afghanistan and Iraq and probably Iran pretty soon, if nothing else, Pakistan, for God's sakes, y'all ain't fighting. You ain't fighting for us. You know that, we know that. The terrorists don't hate us for our freedoms. They hate us because we're screwing around in their world, and we've been screwing around in their world forever. Iran was pretty happy until we started messing around over there. Then they had a student uprising, and they grabbed some hostages. And then we had a little October surprise. And you just do the research. They don't hate us for our freedoms. And y'all ain't fighting to protect us. It is just what it is. The same as in Kuwait. We weren't fighting for mom and country. That's just bullshit. What we were doing was we were doing the bidding of a government that lied to us to get us there. I don't want to go off on a rant about all that, but hell, where was I with that? The thing is this. You fight for the person next to you. End of story. Nobody will ever understand that. I get it. I understand that. It's hard to come back from a combat zone and talk to children and schools and, talk about, oh, yeah, we did this and we did that. You can't just say, I did it for the guy next to me. That's what it boils down to. I didn't even want to get into this today, but you fight for the men that are next to you. I'm sorry, women, but the units I was in, we didn't have women in combat. So if you're a woman in combat today, I don't know. I was 20 years ago. Rock star, kick ass. I don't even know about it. But I'm telling you this. You fight for the man next to you. And American patriots, you got to understand that. If you go screwing around and messing around and you start shooting at somebody, anybody, that has a uniform. I don't care how wrong they are, how stupid they are, whatever their reason. The guy next to him is going to respond in kind, and they're going to respond with overwhelming firepower. Do you understand that? Why in the world do you want to make your wife a widow? Why do you want to make your children orphans? Come on. This stuff, talking this crazy smack, man. It's time to get real. It's so time to get real. We got to quit talking crazy talk. We got to quit grabbing weapons, pointing them at the camera. In time, I love you, bro. But I mean, okay, we all know what you got. I will never, ever. You'll never see me grab a weapon and start showing people anything. I might grab a mop or a broom sometime and give you a little demonstration about how to do a little work with that tool, because that's what it is to me. And that's what it is to people who truly know what the hell is going on when it comes to that thing starting to go bang bang. It's a tool. It's just like any other tool you use. It's time for us patriots to stop responding to people that are idiots, that are pissing us off. Now, if those jokers are, and Star Jaded, I just saw your video, if those jokers are about to release your personal information to the world, I would go ahead and nip that right in the bud. In time, the rest of you, the ones that, you are making videos about people are upsetting me, talking trash, let's just stop all that. Let's talk about what happens when things go freaking pear-shaped. Because they will. If you draw attention to yourself, if you get yourself in a position where the only thing left to do is fire a weapon, there are so many repercussions that are coming down the line. You better just get used to it. It's going to suck. I don't know how to say it without sounding like an ass, but an ass I am, I guess. Everybody wants to talk smack out here, and we're going to do this and we're going to do that. Well, guess what? They're going to do it back. And what can happen is this. You can have somebody do a little knocky knock on your front door, and the situation could be diffused if you use your head. But all of these folks I hear about that are going to do this and do that here on YouTube, if you start blasting, that's the end of that. There's no coming back from that. And I don't care how long you've prepared. I don't care how many things you've put in your home. I don't care if you've got a damn armory stocked full of just everything in the world that I don't care if you pull out a daggum Browning and just start blasting. You're pretty much screwed after that. Somebody else is coming. And then what do? There's nobody here on YouTube that I've listened to lately, wherever, that has a good plan for, let's say, I do have to fire a weapon in my house. What happens after that? All the good plans in the world, they're not going to work. Your stuff is going to be out in the open then. So I guess my thing is, let's all quit being so boisterous and vociferous. I don't even know if that's a good word. But let's quit doing that. Let's start getting constructive. I challenge everybody out there that I know and I love, and I do. I love all of you, man. I'll be proud to serve with you. If it ever comes to it, if we're shoulder to shoulder, I think I trust a lot of you. But right now, I just kind of feel like maybe the testosterone level is just a little bit more than the reality of the situation. It is what it is when it comes to taking life. I'm not a big, huge fan of it. But I will not let somebody hurt myself or anybody else in my home or my family. But as far as the big talk about stacking up the bodies. Man, you better have some idea of where you're going to run to when that happens, because your home will not be safe. Your gear, all the money you spent and for getting ready is pretty much wasted, because you will have to go, or you will have just signed your death warrant and the death warrants for your family. It's just that simple. Let's be realistic, because I guarantee you, if I was one of the boys in black and one of my teammates was on a team that came to your home and they got killed, you'd be the first on my list to come get you. That's all I'm saying, guys. We're going to make some more.